Hello everyone. I started off with some swatches on the top so that the colors doesn't go too different as I go along. So I started with a big letter J and a small letter J with different fonts and different font types. So I ended up with about I ended up with about 6 J's, different type of fonts. And you can see some I ended with flourish, some of them I ended with 3D. So now next I had 6 dots, and then later I put them into their different swatches. And then I have wrote down the different days of the week in short form, which I later resize it. And then I have the days of the week in different types of font, but of just the starting letters. Okay, next up, I'm gonna draw out the monthly calendar within the square so that they are able to be spaced into 7 columns and the respective rows needed. So we'll continue all the way until 31st, which is the number of days in January. Next, I'm going to draw out the header. I draw the shape of the header, then I find out that it didn't work very well. So I started with 2 circles at the side and then connecting them at the tangent, so it looks like a sausage shape. Then I let it be gray first. So then I realized that all these J's are now too big. So I'm gonna copy all these lowercase j's, and then I do it on different layers, and then I scatter them randomly on the header that I just made. Yeah, they will look more fun. So I try to cover up for about half of the header, and then I flip it and horizontally and vertically, and then I mask clip it onto the header over there. Then I realized that all these letter J's are a little too big. I decided to resize them and rearrange them into the space, half the space, so that I have for more headers and things like that at the bottom. So I realized that the red was too close to the other red just now, so I tried to spread it out a little bit. So I bring over the header onto the other side. And now I'm gonna do a bigger version, the uppercase version of the fun scattered header. So I try to select them, and then I can copy them out, at the same time, so that I don't have to repeat the steps so many times. Then I brought the header onto the other side, and then change the color, and then I put it over there. So now this time it will be the uppercase version, where they will be scattered around, and then I transform them to different orientation, different sides, just to give it a more bouncy look, cheery look. The header was a bit bland, a bit grey. then I change it into pink, and then which is one of the more like red, like lighter red. I change it to a lighter red, and then another one will be a light blue version. So I have two versions of these banners. Then next up, I have to do the title of this planner set. So this is the January set. I wrote 2020, which I didn't realize that until later on. So I think I didn't write the year after that. So next up is to write out my headlines for the January setup. So I started with a script brush and I started drawing January in calligraphy font, and I decided to airbrush the different colors that I have for this setup to be put over it, but I realized that there's too much, so I had to condense it a little bit before I can add all 6 colors into this set of calligraphy. Then the next one, so I had to clip mask clipping so that it actually go on top of the calligraphy nicely. Then I decided to use another set of brush to actually draw the block letters of January instead. So this time I have 2 sets. So one is a calligraphy version and one is more of a block letter version. So I'm adjusting the font size to fit in nicely. Then I copied and then I copied the layer and mask it down again, but it seems like it didn't really work, so I had to add a little bit more brush at the bottom, which to me, and I think end up I didn't really like it, so I decided to erase this completely and restart again. So you see me using the same script brush, and then writing it with calligraphy, and this time it being more bouncy, it's not a regular straight line. And then I have a block version as well. Then this time, instead of coloring with an airbrush, I have actually used the blotchy brush, which has double tone, so you like a few kind of tones, not just one tone, so you actually give it more depth and more layers. Whereas for the block letters, I decided to use the colors as it is. So I end off with a circle, which I use it mostly for a bullet dot, and then I added a J on it, an uppercase J, which then I thought it didn't look very balanced, which is why I had to change it. And then I drew a cursive lowercase j, and then I have redone it. So these are my setup for my January theme, and hope you guys like it. So we'll see, the theme planning will come in next month. See you then. Bye bye. Subscribe, like, and on the notification bell. Ding ding.